Today on Tech Talk, we're gonna talk about bootloaders and why some phones don't have one. So, if you don't know what bootloaders are, they're basically this. The Hello Moto screen, that's basically a bootloader. And why am I showing it on the stupid V360, which is locked? I'm gonna go in the not so sunny place. Sorry for this little glare here. It's basically just the boot sequence of a phone, but if you want to unlock it, more about that later, you have to skip a bit for this video. This is going to be a really long video, so please make sure to watch it to the end, because if you want to learn some stuff, then just watch the whole video. Jesus, I hate this back cover. Sorry, but I will take it off. It is too annoying. Come on. There are also phones that have a cracked bootloader, locked bootloader. Like, you know that it takes forever to start up a BlackBerry when it's not in some kind of fast boot mode, and if the battery dies, it has to start up really slowly. That's because if it starts so fast up like this, I know why it's flickering, BlackBerries always do that. It's basically because the bootloader is put it into sleep, and it's basically just sitting there, just doing nothing. And the phone's fast boot memory, or boot memory, which BlackBerries do have, that's also part of the reasons why some BlackBerries have a lot of storage. It's basically put in the RAM, just like with Windows. If you put your PC into sleep, it's put it into the RAM. And it's some kind of fast boot. Can you focus, please? So yeah, that's basically it for the BlackBerries. Let's get on to Samsungs. Sorry. So old Samsung phones. I love this flip phone. Not gonna talk about it yet because it's so nice. Look, you know the screen gets dimmed. If the screen is bright, it is basically boot loading. And when it's getting dimmer, it basically starts the boot up thing. And the Samsungs have a really fast bootloader, especially the cheap ones, these ones. And these are uncrackable because they don't. This is just a charging port. Is this for PC? No, it's for headset. Almost broke off the little clip. It's basically just charging port. I don't have the charger anymore for it because I broke it because it didn't work anymore. But I still have a phone that can charge the batteries from these. But these have a so fast bootloader that it basically is uncrackable. That's part of the reasons why I can't put some old phones in your PC, because they don't have any bootloaders or anything to load off of it. I'm gonna make a video about a phone that doesn't support PC thing. I'm gonna plug into a PC, which is the B130. So if you love Samsung B130, stay tuned for that, because I'm gonna plug it into a PC and it doesn't support that. So I will be happy what happens. Let's shut this thing down. And why it says Telfort? That's because this one is prepaid on Telfort, but I had the SIM card. I didn't have the phone. I had this phone like for 2 years or something, and I have to charge it for like 1 year, but I threw it away because it didn't work. Enough about this phone. Talking about newer Samsungs, like the Samsung Diva, which we have right here. This is the boot sequence. This is basically just a bootloader, and this one has a crackable bootloader. I thought this is totally uncrackable because it was such a such a cheap little smartphone. But I'm gonna take out the battery because I can show you something crazy about the bootloader of this little thing. And it has such a small battery for such a phone. It's restarting, Jesus. Make sure to put all the charge out of it. Just press one of these buttons and then turn it on at the same time. I will do it for you guys because it can take a little while. So I will pause the recording. If you press the volume up and the power button, you get download. What the frick is this? I have no idea. I can't put a custom OS on it, I think. Let's just press. Can we do something here? I mean, that will be fun. Nope, we can't do anything. It's not downloading anything. I might try to crack the bootloader on this one because I want to get a different UI on this. because I don't use it that much. Can we turn it off, or do we have to put out the battery? It doesn't wanna do anything. Just by pressing all the buttons. Can we turn it back off? Nope, we can't. So that one is a crackable bootloader, which is nice for developers. It's mostly made for developers. More about that at the end of the video. That was a TouchWiz 1.0. No, 2.0 phone. This is probably 3.0. But I saw someone having Android on this. I tried everything, but I just couldn't download the right file. Let's do the same thing with the Diva. Nope, it is not crackable. Because when I press volume up and power, it doesn't do anything. I will try different combinations and I will be back. Probably won't have a... This is Samsung Jet, by the way. Probably won't have a crackable boot cycle or crackable bootloader because it's a flagship. I tried everything, but I might crack this one because it's not illegal to crack one. I will talk about that first. It's not illegal to crack one. I saw someone cracking the bootloader on this one, and so you can unlock it for that. And I tried it, but I just can't get to bootloader mode. And more about these Motorola's right now. Because if you have a Motorola phone, and you turn it on and it basically says low battery or something like that and bootloader, or it says at least the word Motorola and gets really, really hot. Especially the W11 got this, or the cheap W ones in late 2008 or something like that. This one does have a bootloader, which really surprised me. I don't know how you can get this, but if you have a broken RAM or too much storage put it in here, like not enough storage free, you can basically make the bootloader crash. And I also had it. I had it with this cheap LG L3. They don't have a real visible bootloader anymore, these Android smartphones, but it just got into a boot loop because it didn't have enough. When I reset this thing just had low memory just because of the Play Store, and when I restarted, it took forever to start up. Then, so I deleted the Play Store because I don't wanna. This thing already has dead pixels. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I can see it in real life, but I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see that little spot there. It basically has dead pixels for no reason. Yeah, it's been sitting in my bag for a long time and my bag is being stuffed. But you can also crack the bootloader on this one, but I have no idea how. You basically, if you have this thing broken RAM or something like that, it probably will have that if you leave it off too long. Because RAM's taken up if you have too much storage blocks. So you can crack them on the Motorola's, but you can't crack them on the Motorola Razrs, which is pretty funny because they were so good phones that they basically put a code on there so you can't crack the bootloader, and you just can't put your own skin on there or something, because it was a really secure phone because they made so many different things like V3C, V3M, and they both had the same bootloader, which was uncrackable. So that's why the Razer can't do that, just for Razer users. Enough about Motorola's and Razers. You can crack it on this one because someone got Android on this. I might crack it and put a older TouchWiz on here, if it's even possible to crack this one, because I can't get it to that download mode thing, which is really funny because it might be a bug on TouchWiz 2.0, but if you go to TouchWiz 1.0, which I won't show the phone of, because that was even 1.0 beta, or it's some first public release. It's the Samsung S480 or the Samsung Taco. I'm not gonna show it because it's a really cool phone. That's channel content I might do later. You can't do it at all, so it's really funny that you can do it on the Diva. Enough about Samsungs. And my personal worst bootloader is from Sony Ericsson, I must say. Sorry Sony, but I have here a Sony Ericsson Yari, and it was my second phone in my whole collection. Oh, sorry. Oh shit, my wake up thing is going on. Pause the video. Sorry for that. I need to stop the video sometime because I need to eat. This is also called the Jesus. This is also called the U100i Sony Ericsson, and it has a broken bootloader. I mean, when I got it, it sometimes says play SIM while I have a SIM card in there, but all it does is this. It takes a bit of time to turn the display on, but please help me with this. Please help me. I love this phone, but yeah, the only thing it does is this. That. And the screen got black, and look at this, what happens with the LCD. I can't hear any silent noises. It just starts flickering. And this is caused by a broken firmware. When I plug this in, I might plug this in and I really want to repair it, but I tried tearing it down, but I then thought, no, this phone is just too beautiful. It was from my mom's phone, second phone in my collection. I'm not gonna do that. If I can't crack the bootloader, I probably need to install a different Java OS, like the Java OS on this one, because this one, oh no, not from this one, because this doesn't have open Java OS, because this one has watercolor OS from Sony Ericsson, and this one got themes in a file type that this one doesn't support. And if I crack the bootloader on this one, which I probably don't because I can't even plug this thing good into the PC, I need to install different firmware because firmware is really rare of this phone. And it had already some RAM issue and some storage issues because all the themes of it, there was like one cranberry thing, and all the other themes just had letters and words and things on it, like ABC25 something on there. So that's why I didn't ever change themes, because I thought that they would just damage files. I took the micro SD card out because there's obviously a lot of photos on here. Because I had a camera that didn't accept any batteries anymore, and all the photos are just gone off it, and I feel really bad about it. So I just thought, let's take it out. I really want to make this phone alive again, because I love the camera. It has some really nice motion controls, but I need to stop the video right now. So see you later, guys. I might make a part 2, but see you later. I'm gonna crack the bootloader of a few of these. I don't have that much time today, but bootloaders I'm gonna crack. I tried this one, but it just didn't work. Shut it down. Might try to crack this one because I really want to make this one nicer, and 100% this one because I don't like this one. I just need to like it. I want to repair this one, but I have no high hopes for it. So yeah, probably gonna do this one tomorrow. Probably gonna try this one today. So see you later, guys. I need to eat. Make sure to like the video because it took a long time.